New Cardi Kaizoku video. Need to watch.
はい、あなた。
Cardi Kaizoku.
Please buy my new Dawn. Maybe make your deck go dun dun. Baby, I know you wanna buy dun dun. My Dawn da Dawn Dawn Dawn. This video is sponsored by Card Market, Europe's largest online marketplace for trading card games. This video is sponsored by Sleeve Chief. Use code CARDKaizoku for 5% off your order. So I was taking a look at Kalgara, the new yellow 08 leader, mono yellow leader. I think he actually might be a lot stronger than I initially thought, than what everyone else thought either. Because I took a look at his curve and the cards available that he can play, and he might actually be like a meta contender. Also probably one of the better leaders to come out of 08. So yeah, let me just explain, and I'll go over his curve. So Kalgara is a mono yellow leader, 5000 power 5 starting life. His leader ability reads Dawn ×1 when attacking. You can play a Shandaran Warriors type card from your hand, equal to the number of Dawn you have on field, equal to or less than. And then after you do that, you take the top card of your life to your hand. So this is different from every other yellow leader in the game. This is a very aggressive leader ability. It's not about healing or staying alive, it's about playing out bodies and then taking life to refill your hand. So it is a new yellow playstyle that I'm kind of excited to try out now. And here, we'll just go over the curve so you can see how strong it actually is. So we'll go over the odd curve if you're going first. So we'll start with 1 Dawn. So with 1 Dawn, what you can play is Southbird, a new 08 card. What Southbird does is on play, you can look at the top 7 cards of your deck for an upper yard, and then you can play that upper yard. Upper yard is a stage card from 05. So if you manage to hit it, you could do it this way. What upper yard does is that you look at the top 5 cards of your deck for a Sky Island card, and you can add that to your hand. So it's almost like a double search on your first turn, Southbird into upper yard into whatever puzzle piece you're missing for a combo. There's a lot of comboing involved in this deck, by the way. And if you don't have Southbird, you could just play out upper yard itself to find the pieces you need. So on your 3 Dawn turn after that, probably not going to do much this turn. You could either swing for 8 on Kalgara or like 5/5 with Southbird and Kalgara, or you could play Shura here. Shura can help you find more combo pieces. More specifically, you want to look for Kalgara, the vanilla from 08, or Ohm or Holy. Or if you really need to, you can find another upper yard and replace this one and search again for Sky Island if you don't find what you need. There's a lot of searching available in this deck. So that'll be your 3 Dawn turn. Pass it to your opponent, their 4 Dawn, pass it back to you, your 5 Dawn turn. So here's where you start flooding your board. What you can do here is Dawn on leader. You swing for 6, activate your leader ability for the first time. You'll play out a 5 cost max, because that's how much Dawn you have, 5. So you can play out this Wiper here from 06. And what Wiper does is if you have an upper yard on field, you could bottom deck it, and then you could look at the top 5 cards of your deck for another upper yard or a Shandaran Warriors type card. So you want to set up for your next turn. Obviously you can find another upper yard if you want, but you'll most likely want to find Kalgaras and Nolans, because that's the 2 cards you're going to play next turn. So if you can find either of these 2 pieces and they're not already in your hand, that's perfect. So you'll have Wiper to do that, and then with the remaining 4 Dawn on your turn, you could play Ohm, maybe search into a Holy. So between the Shura and the upper yard, you most likely would have found these combo pieces by now, even from Ohm's own search. He searches the top 5 cards for your deck for a Holy, and then lets you play one from hand. So yeah, full board already on your 5 Dawn turn. We'll bring it over to our 7 Dawn turn here. So here's where we can put 2 Dawn on leader. Then remove upper yard out of the way. So we could use our leader ability again here. So swing for 7. We can play up to a 7 drop this turn. So we'll play Vanilla Kalgara. We'll replace one of these cards here. Or if anything died along the way, we'll just have room to play it. So 7k at their leader, it hits. You'll take a life card. We took one from playing Wiper last turn too, so we're actually down 2 life. And then with the remaining 5 Dawn, you can hardcast a Noland out. And what Noland does is if you have a Kalgara character out and your leader is Kalgara, you get to heal 1 life, so you're back up to 4. If you defended every hit along the way, you'll be at 4, potentially at 3. And just like that, we have a full board of attackers. We can even attack with Holy this turn for 5, Ohm for 5, Wiper for 7. Before we had played Nolan though, if you had took 1 life, Ohm attacks for 6, then you play Nolan, you heal 1 back at 3. So yeah, do be wary of your sequence of attacks if you want 1 extra K attack on your Ohm. Then on your 9 Dawn turn, basically if they removed any cards on your field, like if they killed Ohm and Holies, you can just repeat all these same combos that we did before. Right, if you have another Kalgara and Nolan in hand, you could do the same thing again. Go back up to 3 and have 2 bodies out. Another 8k and another 6k. And you'll even have Cordon to use, so you can swing 7 and 9. And then on our 10 Dawn turn, let's say we took a life on their last turn that they attacked into us. So we're down to 2. What you can do is put Dawn on leader, attack for 6. You can play up to a 9 drop. Play whatever, really. So let's say we had a second Wiper or something. You get that out for free, you'll take a life, go down to 1, and then with the remaining 9 Dawn, you could play Yamato here. And since you're at 1 life, you do heal 1. Probably since you're at 1 life, there's nothing on board that you can KO with Yamato. And since we're so aggressive, we've been attacking them like a lot, but they're probably low on life too. Maybe Yamato will get like a stray chump blocker, but yeah, you'll definitely heal for sure in this case. But yeah, we'll be back at 2 healing back, and then we developed the Yamato here and was able to cheat out a Wiper. Or if you want to go for a more defensive kind of play, instead of using our leader ability, we could just play out Yamato and then leave 1 Dawn up for the Earth Won't Lose. It's a 1 Dawn event that counters for 3k if you're a Shandaron Warriors type leader. And then if you do happen to have an upper yard in hand, you can play it via the Earth Won't Lose. So that can potentially find you a like 2k counter. Like this Kalgara from 08, a new 2k counter. Or Satori or Konus. So you both counter for 3k and able to play an upper yard to search for another 2k to defend. So very defensive play here if you want to go for a more conservative turn. And still you develop Yamato either way, so great for us. Or honestly, if you have 2 Nolans in hand on your 10 Dawn turn, you could just play 2 more for 10 and then you'll heal 2 life. Because yeah, we do have the character Kalgara still on board and our leader is still a Shandaron Warriors type. I don't think that can change, for now at least, with the cards available. So that is also another strong play. Or if your opponent is low enough after suffering all your hits, and you don't want to play Yamato, what you can do is just play like 2 of these aces here. They'll have rush, swing with this entire board. It'll be hard to stop. It'll burn a bunch of resources from their hand at least. So yeah, going odd, that is the curve that I envision with Kalgara. It does seem really strong. You always have a full board to attack with. And especially with the removal heavy meta that we have as of late, I think this will help like out-sustain that. Always having bodies to attack with, making sure that your opponent always has to defend against you. So let's take a look at what it looks like going second on an even curve, if it's as good or even better. So going second, we start with 2 Dawn. For 2 Dawn, we could do the same thing as before, Southbird into an upper yard. Or you could just play out Shura. Shura is 2 Dawn, so that works too. Whichever you have in your starting hand. Then on your 4 Dawn turn, you could just attack with leader for 5 and then just play Ohm into Holy. I don't think you need to use leader ability yet at this point. Hopefully you find stuff with Shura for this Ohm Holy combo. Then on your 6th Dawn turn is when you can start doing more the same combo shenanigans as we did last time. So this will be the first time we use our leader ability. We swing for 6. 6 Dawn total, so we can cheat out a Kalgara. You can swing with the Holy for 5, Ohm for 5, and then, oh wait, we're at 5 life at this point. So yeah, cheating out Kalgara, we take a life. And then we play Nolan from hand. We heal that back. So if we have defended every hit at our life so far, we're actually still at full life at this point, thanks to Nolan. Now we have a full board again. On our 8 Dawn turn. Again, like before, we could just replace cards that may have died along the way. So let's say they killed our Ohm Holy. We could play like an upper yard to find an Ohm for 1 Dawn. Play the Ohm, maybe find a Holy. Or just do like another Kalgara Nolan combo again. right? That is also a viable plan. That'll heal you back to the life you started with. You'll have a lot more Dawn to use to swing with your leader, which will apply a lot of pressure to your opponent. And then on our 10 Dawn turn, just like before, so here's 10 Dawn. We could do Yamato and then the Earth won't lose. Or we could do 2 aces. Or if we don't need that many bodies, you could just distribute the Dawn onto the characters on board. Swing for, what is this, like 9k all around. One of them can be a 11 too. So yeah, that is how I envision Kalgara to be played in 08. I thought since he didn't get too much support in the set itself, that maybe he won't be too great, but actually he doesn't really need it, right? A lot of these cards that support Kalgara have already existed. Wiper from 06, Holy from 05. 08 gave us this vanilla Kalgara and Nolan combo, which is actually really strong. Makes your leader ability pretty much free, and you develop really big bodies on top of that. Got another 2k to use. We have this really strong event counter for 1 Dawn. We also have this Searcher too. Early Searcher for upper yard, and then we have old trusty yellow staples like Double Ace and then Yamato. So because of that, I think Kalgara is actually in a really good spot. It's definitely better than Chopper, definitely better than Carrot. I think Pudding might be too slow for this deck, so it beats Pudding. Against King, King might actually have a chance at least staying even, because purple and black, the most removal heavy colors in the game, especially the Animal Kingdom purple cards, the 7-cost Kings and stuff like that, do KO on play. And not to mention 10-cost Kaido board wipes. Against Marco, actually I think Marco might also be too slow. I think this deck just poops out too much stats at you. He'll need to get to 10 to play like that blue Whitebeard or the red Whitebeard card to make his leader a little harder to attack into. But even by then, you probably would have taken a bunch of resources from them. Swing with your full boards every turn. And yeah, just being able to play 2 bodies like pretty much every turn. You outpace all of Gecko Moria's removal. You'll outpace Red Purple Law's bottom decking. He bottom decks 1 thing, you play 2 more. So yeah, I'm actually pretty excited to play Kalgara. He might be meta. I have a feeling that he might be. Because he can deal with the removal heavy meta that has developed really, really well, I feel. So yeah, we'll just have to see. Wait for Batsu to finish coding it on the sim so we can test it ourselves. This will be an incredibly cheap deck too. Everything is like a common or uncommon or rare in 08. Right, this one's a vanilla. Shura, Omen, Holy are also uncommon or common or rare. These aces are pretty cheap from starter deck 13. You can pick them up for a couple bucks. Yamato also really cheap. This is, I think, the only SR that I have on this page here. And Yamato is only a couple bucks too. Wiper is also low rarity and cheap. And this is a 2k counter that's low rarity and cheap. And these events are cheap. So yeah, kind of a dirt poor deck that you could actually do really well with. But yeah, this is how Kalgara suddenly became my most anticipated leader for 08. And I hope this piques your interest in trying him. Because I think I might be a Kalgara main now, to be honest. Okay, bye.
Car D Kaizoku.